Hi Scorpio, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, this is your general reading from today, starting on the 26th of March. And I've just asked for your story for the very near future. Instead of setting an end date to it, I just think that helps more. I've also started to use the numbers, so I am a number junkie. Source is speaking to me a lot through numbers, and I just wanted to incorporate the vibration from the date like into the reading that I do. So today we have the number 26, and 2 is all about conversation, communication, relationships. Number 6 is all about the whole love, like the totality of yourself, the totality of like between you and your higher self, if that makes sense. And then adding those two up, 6 plus 2 equals 8. 8 is the power number, the strength number. It's infinity, the eternity. The figure 8 is also like so in heaven, so on earth, so above, so below. So it's like a very strong manifesting number as well. So it's good energy to start on. So let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio, in these very particular times. And even though it's really tough, I understand that it's really, oh, that's way too many cards. Really tough. Is it not? No, maybe it wasn't. 3. Wait, that might have been, sorry. I'm going to shuffle a bit more. If they come out again, they're supposed to come out again. It was just the exact same cards from the last reading. Yeah, it's, even though it might be a bit tough in different places in the world, to just step into the brighter energy right now. There's so much gorgeous energy going around right now, and it probably hasn't been a brighter and lighter energy on earth than now, because there's so many people. Okay, you're supposed to have the same cards. Okay. So wait, you're supposed to have the same cards as, it's actually the exact same first and second card as Libra. So you might want to check in with Libra, or there might be some sort of connection there with Libra somehow. Yes. I was going to say there's so much brighter, lighter energy on this earth than probably ever before, because there's so many people asking for improvement, and the improvement is being sent the second that we're asking for it. So sort of just look in that direction as best as you can. I understand that it's tougher or lesser tough for some people. Well, let's see what's going on for you guys. It is so interesting because Scorpio, it's like, yeah, I don't get the vibe it's so funny how it's the exact same cards, but it's not the same message. So I said we have the number 6 in the today's date, and that's for the whole love. And here comes the number 6. Don't ask, the program is reversing the cards. I know. Yes. So we have the number 6, which is for the totality of you. It's really something about you coming together with yourself right now, understanding the full version of yourself, if that makes sense. Your physical, your non-physical, your person and your source, that complete love. And that is through the third eye. It says third eye chakra here on the bottom, which is like right here, the energy center around your forehead, which is all about intuition, your psychic centers, premonitions, feeling what's going on in the world, being really in tune, and mostly probably better if you're really in tune with yourself. Like stay strong within yourself. And then we have a black border, which is all about manifestation. We had that in the numbers as well. 6 plus 2 equals 8. So strong manifestation time. And this is a strong manifestation time. It could be for anything really, but since the number 6 and the third eye comes out, I feel like the manifestation is you being so much more complete, so much more whole within yourself. And through, I talked about this a lot, this destruction is what I started talking about, but then it turned into disruption in the extended for Libra. And I guess you could say destruction and disruption they're both the same, because it's like it's ending something that we sort of on some level didn't want anyway. You wanted to move past that anyway. And I feel like that is no different than from the Libra reading, that there's something that you're doing right now in your life that is being an attribute to your healing, if that makes sense. You're adding things, whether that's food or new thoughts or positive elements, or like something, you're bringing something in that is of a positive nature for your healing, for your future, the totality of yourself. And you've been asked right now to really listen to your intuition, to really be in tune. Usually I do this, like really listen to yourself, but there's something at the same time which is all about opening your psychic centers, which is like listen to the guidance, listen to the signs that are being put before you, listen to whatever's going on in your life that you feel is sort of a bit of a outer worldly, if that makes sense. Okay, and the next card out to me is it's a number 5, and to me that is a life path, and it's a green border, so it speaks about the healing. Still, we're healing something, we're becoming more complete in ourselves. And this is sort of a card where there's something, and this is where I feel like it is not anymore the same, maybe the foundational card for Libra and for you guys is the same, but here I feel I have a different message. It's like whatever you do now, so probably we have never been connected. We've never been more connected in with each other than we are right now on planet Earth. Would you agree? You can't argue because you can't talk back. Because everybody knows what's going on for everybody. And there's a bigger understanding. There's a bigger understanding. All of a sudden, people are really struggling with work, and so there's an understanding. So the government comes in, at least here in Sweden, the government comes in to cover for a lot of people financially that hasn't got a job. I mean, I would love to see that, even though, as I said, that a butterfly flew before my eyes. It's the first butterfly since spring is coming in here. So that was really beautiful. So the transformation, butterflies for me is all about transformation, huge transformation. So it's so cool to have that fly by here just now. Thank you. So there's like something about wanting to help on such a grand scale now. It's like we have bigger understanding, and I was about to say, I wish we could see the understanding for the small individual, even though it's not a big chaotic situation like it is now, where the government steps in even for the small person that is in really. We do that. We do have those like cover-ups in Sweden. It is really good, but in the rest of the world, I would love to see that happen more, like coming together. What can we do for you? How can we help you? That sort of thing, not one man for themselves. But that's the thing here now. We go into isolation, but there's a bigger opening. And what I was starting to talk about is like the grid feeling, the rutnät, I would say in Swedish, like the grid all around the world, like how we're all connected and all connected in, even though sometimes we don't feel it. Definitely now we feel it. We understand each other. We understand what everybody's going through because everybody's in on it. And Scorpio, there's something that you're doing, and this is not going to be for all, but you guys who are drawn to this channel and to this very message, in the midst of things, you're doing well. You're nurturing yourself. Like I said, you're doing something to bring more positive to the totality of yourself. And when everybody else is flailing about, I feel like you're standing here with your heart, and you really are heart-centered. You really are focused right here. Maybe you do meditations, maybe you do like walks in nature, whatever you do, Scorpio, looking at the moon, whatever you do that connects in with yourself, that brings joy and that brings connection, I should say. that brings connection with yourself, has a ripple effect. And if you continue here, it goes into the light. It just continues over your head and goes into this bright light. And so there's like a going back to source feeling. Whatever one person is doing, transform one, transform all. Get through this problem, you get through this problem for all. Solve this crappy situation, you solve this crappy situation for all. Feel this love, you're feeling love for all. It's like when you go into the one and all is the same, and you feel this type of love, and there's this grid. Do you say grid in English? This field maybe is better. Grid, what is that? Anyway, sorry. Field, like the energy field, the whole energy field that is set around the earth, and that has everybody connected sort of at a core level. The more, and it might feel like there's no like big difference what you're doing, and maybe even if you feel like you can't do anything physically for somebody else, you really are tremendously helping. And I feel like you're through these trying times, you're finding out things about yourself and sort of what type of person you are and what you can actually contribute with to the world due to this situation. And it's really gorgeous. It's your life path. It's like you're doing something else, or you maybe some of this stuff you were still doing, but I feel like it's bringing the best out in all of us. I feel like, I mean, it's more and more people coming to the forefront with like posting videos of music and singing and doing little dance thingies at home and doing like all these great stuff that is going on right now. And I feel like for you guys, it's like it brings out your psychic abilities, your empathic contributions, like how you're able to help mankind, really. It's your life path. And I feel like it's becoming stronger and stronger due to this situation, so that maybe this is like almost a shift for you that, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I'm going to stay here even though when the world is fine. Okay? And then we go into this beautiful number 17, which is all about immortality. And it's so fitting how, I mean, the scarcity, the lack, the fear really comes out in these times. And what I understand, people have such mistrust of their bodies. They just think that if this virus hits them, you know, you're over and out. No, you're not. And just because the doctors or scientists or whoever is saying, this group is fine, but this is like a risk group. Just because they're a risk group, like, oh man, I could talk about it forever. But it's like, this also shows the resilience of our bodies. This also shows the power of this humanity. It shows the strength of what we can like accomplish together, and what beautiful stuff will come out of it. Really, really beautiful stuff will come out of it. And I understand that it's like in the midst of, I understand that my talking positive even in the midst of things, and I know we're still in the midst of things, but there's a time and a place for everything. So it feels like you doing this more in solitude right now is a good thing, because if you're sort of in somebody's face who's really sick, or if you're in somebody's face who sort of mistrusts and are feeling really fearful, and you're talking about the opposite, or you're feeling love and you're feeling the abundance of things, you're feeling the sun, obviously, it can be a bit confronting. It can be a bit in your face. It's like you're not somebody that you can rely on because you don't take this seriously. But you are. You're taking it so seriously that you're staying. You're the only help that we can, like, you're the person to rely on, because you're staying in the sun. You're staying in the light. You're bringing hope to the world right now. And there's something. Oh shit! I get so dizzy. Sorry for the word. Sorry. Okay, so there's something Let's feel into this for a bit. Either that was so profoundly true and so it sort of got me a bit, or you are experiencing some dizziness due to your grander connection now. Your bigger connection into the divine, and to find your psychic abilities and to find your healing powers. Oh my goodness. And I just realized it's another black border. So it's all about, like, the universe is backing you up. You're so completely in alignment with the universe and with the divinity of yourself, the divine. And have you had this before? There's something ringing in the back of my head that, because I feel like with the healing hands, you have such healing hands. And it's like it's time to bring those healing hands out. You're already doing it. It doesn't necessarily have to be with your hands. Since we can't see people, I mean, I'm doing distance healing. I've been doing a lot of distance healing lately. And so we are all connected at the core. So we don't have to stand in the same room to help somebody. Actually, the energy can become stronger the farther away you are. Don't ask. I don't know why that happens. I just know that there's been a lot of people helped, even though you're not physically in the same room with them, laying your hands on top of them. But you have healing hands, guys. This is the sun. Yes, you're standing in the light. You're connecting with the light. But you already were that when you're sort of tending to yourself. You're nurturing yourself. You're nurturing the totality of you. You're becoming so in alignment with your intuition and with your higher self. And through these times, if you're second guessing yourself, do not, because you have the healing power. You have the power to heal others too. And why do you do that? Because you're standing in your own center. It's not like you're forcing any energy into anybody else's body. It's like you're standing and I just learned this through the Virgo reading, I think, or maybe Leo, beacon. Like you're standing as a beacon. And if anybody else doesn't know the beacon word, it's like you're standing there as a very strong light staff, like a totem pole, like a really strong light person. And the higher energy you have that you can accumulate, that you can hold, you can then invite somebody else to come to that same place. It's not like you're forcing your energy into their body. That's also why you don't have to be in the same room, because it doesn't happen anymore just because you lay your hand on here. It happens because you're holding the light and you're inviting others to come to the same place as you. And so you don't need your hands. It's a beautiful thing. It's a good feeling to have somebody's hands on you and to feel that shift. Sometimes we need that physical feeling to be able to do that shift within ourselves. But it's them coming to your place, to your light. And you're already holding that light within you. You're holding it. And now you're inviting others to come to that same place. And so now it's their job to say, okay, I want to come there, which means that they are going to have to decide to let go of their resistance to come to the same place within themselves that you're at, that you're inspiring them to come to. I hope this makes sense. And hopefully it resonates with a lot of you guys out there. So now your job is not to develop these mystical, mysterious, secretive healing powers, and only you have them through your hands. You can feel it in your hands for sure. You can feel the fire in your hands, and you obviously do it. You have the sun in your hands. But it's more of an opening up within yourself to allow yourself to raise higher in your own vibration and in your own energy. And then you invite others to that space for them to then raise to the same place, right? So you're already doing it. You're focusing on your heart. You're doing good things for yourself that puts you in a really good position. And because there's so many people needing help right now, you could go out with your help. And if you feel uncomfortable, like charging for it or have people pay for it, because maybe it's not even your normal job or something that this is a good time to practice. Like offer your help, that you're doing distance healing for people. and just sit with your own energy as high as you can and invite other people to come to that same space and see what happens. Be honest about it. I'm just holding a really light space for you. Do you want to join? You know? I feel like you're going to discover the healing potential that you have, the healing power that you have through and due to this situation that's going on. So it's a really beautiful opening that's happening for you right now. And it's a really beautiful, beneficial happening for you, for others. More about this beautiful situation. And I also want to say 1 + 7, like 1 number with the 17, which is immortality, the eternal life. The number 1 is all about new beginnings, and number 7 is all about a rest, like a resting place. On the 7th day, he rested. There's no more thing to do. There's nothing to fix. It's just to stand in the light and let everybody else come to the light as well. And when you add those two together, we have the number 8, which is the power number, the strength number, in manifestation. So we have 2 manifestational, like the borders, and the 8th manifestation number. It's gorgeous. So what else about this beautiful situation for Scorpio? It almost feels like, and finally you came into your right element, and maybe you already know this about yourself. Probably most of you guys do, but it's like now you can offer. It sort of urges you to now start to offer it in a way that maybe you would have taken a bit longer time to offer it to people, or maybe you wanted to take more classes before feeling really secure in this element, or just, you know, it doesn't have to be soothing through your hands. It can be soothing through your words. This is the type of healing what I'm doing. I'm just trying to have you guys come to a lighter place. And it doesn't matter if you talk people there, or if you send good thoughts to somebody else, or if you're holding your light and let everybody else come to that light, or whatever that is. It's healing. It's all of it is healing. So if you have a soothing voice, if you have radio voice, you don't have to have a radio voice, but if you have soothing things to say, that's equally powerful. That's equally healing power. If you have soothing words, even your vibration is being translated through those words that you type. Have a powerful positive message being typed out on Facebook or Twitter, or, you know, that's also very powerful in healing. Okay, what else for Scorpio? What more? It's crazy. Guys, you saw me shuffle. You saw me shuffle, and it took a while, and 4 cards fell out. An immediate thought I had was, oh, that's interesting, because four cards fell out for the Libra as well. That was in Libra extended. And 3 of those 4 cards are exactly the same. Wow. Only you have a bigger, oh, wow. So, oh goodness. The only thing I've learned, the only thing I've learned, Scorpio, is that this is called a tower. And this tower in tarot, it's called a tower moment. And I've learned that the tower moment is talking about big changes. There we have the destruction again. For me, this is all about this change, the huge change that is sort of affecting you guys and affecting humanity right now, and affecting your life choices, your life path, Scorpio. We have 2 number. I want to hold them up because it could be at the same time, because there are 2 number 9s here. So 9 for me is all about ending. So we're ending an era here. We're ending, this is the time of the Great Awakening. And we've been saying that since I was born. And I feel like now it's happening. Like it's a mass awakening right now. It's a mass awakening. People are being forced into their own responsibility, through their own light, to their own unconditional knowing that they're completely supported, even though they're being, put in a position where it feels really scary. We have 2 number 9s for you coming out at the same time. They fell out. So there's a double ending for you somehow, some way. And I feel like you're so much connected in with the field around the earth, with whatever is going on in your life. It's simultaneously going on for the rest of the world, obviously, but in the sense that this is a double ending. So it's an ending for the collective. Yet again, it's like what you feel love wise is what the rest of the world feels love wise. If you're dealing with some sort of grief, if you're getting through a situation that's been really tough, you really have solved something for the rest of the planet, for the rest of the planet's collective mind, if that makes sense. It's not all of a sudden that another person then, okay, I get it wrong in that, wow. I'm learning as I go. So I want to rephrase that, and I almost didn't have time to say the thing that I want to rephrase, but here's what I want to say. If you're healing something within yourself, if you're coming to some sort of clarity around something, some major issue, some major problem, some major question, and you're finding a breakthrough, you're having a breakthrough moment, you're having a healing moment, you're having an answer, an aha moment, an epiphany about something, that takes place in the cloud. That takes place for everybody. And I was on my way to say, it's not like all of a sudden now everybody else with the same question, everybody else with the same problem, everybody else who's in a really tough situation is going to have that, light bulb go off for them. But as I was on my way to say that, I'm being corrected. So how beautiful is this to know? Maybe you already knew this. I have not seen it in this way. I've seen it in the way that I understand that, okay, it's now in the cloud. It's now in the non-physical. It's in the energy form for now everybody to tune into who wants to have the same answer. But it's now up to that person within their own time and own free will to get to that place, right? To have that access. But there was something that you had a breakthrough in that created that, or even a question about it that created the answer for now everybody else to have the same. They don't have access to you. You have to allow that in for that to happen, but they have the access to the solution as you have the access to the solution, right? And what I feel now is that so many people being on the brink of a just breaking through moment, with you then standing here just having a breakthrough, is like then you're connecting in with this field again, and whoever then is on the same level as you are on this field and who are just on the brink and so wants to find the same solution is just going to sort of almost be a bit almost pushed in there, almost dragged in there, lifted into that place, and just having that same aha moment. So whatever is being healed in you can actually literally be simultaneously healed in somebody else. How beautiful is that? And I'm just taking that as a fact, because when I'm giving that information, I'm not debating it. So if somebody wants to debate that, don't debate it with me, debate it with yourself or somebody else. And here is that it's a wish fulfillment. Next, it's a star, which I then read into it as a wish fulfillment. So there's something about double endings with a double wish fulfillment, because it's a tower moment that shifts everything. Everything sort of comes crumbling down in ways that we already did not want. It wasn't serving us. Already we needed something shifting for a lot of things on this earth right now. And so we're in this great awakening, and whatever you do, whatever's ending in your life, you're ending on a grander scale as well. I hope this makes sense. So there's something in your life that is happening where you have a tower moment that simultaneously is having a tower moment on the global scale. you're sitting in solitude. It's called solitude here on the bottom. We're sort of all in solitude right now, and you're gathering more information. You're gathering yourself. You're being more complete in yourself, adding to the totality. And through this comes a wish fulfillment. There's something you're stepping into, which is gorgeous. And then this other card with the number 9 as well, with the double endings. There's your hands again. It's like, okay, I'm here with the sun again. The sun in your hands, and the sun is behind you, and you're just showing your hands. And it's like, here, I can offer you, it says material harvest on the bottom, but it's also, I feel like this is spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. You can offer, you're here to offer people healing right now. It's what you're doing right now. So you're ending something, and in the midst of the ending, the new is coming in. And these two cards, so this new, it's number 1. You may not even see it, but it's number 1 there. So it speaks about new beginnings, fresh new start, starting over. And it says love begins on the bottom. This is the pure love. This is the authentic love, the real love that we all reach. And we're stepping into now with this gorgeous power. It's yet another, so we have 4 universe cards here on the table, with yet another black border, which is the universe is backing you up. The universe is with you. You're in correlation with the universe right now, with the number 8 again, infinity, eternity, and you're just in your power, Scorpio, and adding so much good to the world right now. So much good to yourself, and therefore you're adding it to the world. Oh my gorgeousness, what this is so beautiful. I hope this helps and uplifts you guys. I'm going to end the reading there. I'm going to go into the extended. So if this resonated with you somewhat, somehow, somewhere, the extended probably will resonate with you as well. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you back next week for your love reading. Take care. Bye.